Hi and welcome back to this video series on how to use the digital UIL tab room setup. This should be the last video unless I think of something else, but I'm going to kind of cover everything else that is available here in the interface. We've already talked about how to do stuff before the meet, like registering schools and setting up events. We've talked about what you're doing during the meet, which is entering results, making sure everything's valid and taking care of any problems anybody has. And then the last stuff down here is kind of just information for you to view. It is not something that you are directly interfacing with. So we have here leaderboards, and that includes a sweepstakes leaderboard for large schools and for small schools, and combined, which is really unimportant unless you're not separating large and small schools. But you can see, I guess, if all the schools were together, who would be winning, which some of us on the competitive side like to know. But you can see the sweepstakes rankings here. You can also see the journalism rankings under this same deal. It only counts journalism points. I have not put any fake results in for any journalism things, so nobody has any journalism points right now in my fake meet. And then also you can see it for speech and debate as well. Now I am going to go back and edit this, not the video, but the interface. So there's going to be two separate speech and debate leaderboards, one for UIL, UIL events only, and one for TFA events only. So that change will be reflected in the actual interface you use, but probably not ever in this video series. We also have references down here. So for references, I have a bunch of different things that I like to refer to during the meet. That could be the UIL quick reference chart that has all of the rules for the UIL events in it. District alignment, which lets me know what size A schools are or what classification they are. The tutorial for this, which I have linked for your benefit. If you need to go back and look at tutorial, you can find it right here. And then also the meet website, the public facing website where everybody's going to be able to see tournament information. If you want to add other things here that you frequently use, like a printable schedule or a map, any of those kinds of things, you can always add them via this little form up here. You click add record, you put in the name of whatever it is, attachments if there are any, the link if there is one, and you can create a new one here, and it's just going to live here where you can go reference it and click on it anytime you want. Which can be handy if you're referring to a bunch of things. It's a lot easier to me than going back and looking at a Google Drive all day. I like to kind of house everything in the same deal right here. And then down here at the bottom, I kind of already covered this in my introductory video. We've got a bunch of data that probably nobody wants, but I like to see. It shows all the different events and how many points each school got for all of those events. Calculator apps, we got a weird one here because we, as part of our fake data, did a 5-way tie for 4th place where everyone got 3.6 points, but it all added up to 70 in the end as it's supposed to. So you can see, this is called a pivot table, all of the different schools with all the different events and all the points that they received, which is some nice data in my opinion. You can do that for large schools, small schools, and combined. And then we also have individual school data, which shows information for each school. Right now we got nothing for Center because Center hasn't done anything in our fake fictional results. But Hallsville High School here, we have first place with 197.6 points. We can see their classification, their logo, and then we can see for each event all of the different awards that they got. This is really handy when you are trying to look at the school as a whole picture. So if you want to know about all the results, like for a press release or to send out an announcement, if you want to count up all your people that are advancing, anything like that, you're going to be able to see that here in this. And I mean, the advancement only counts for district or region meets, which is handled by their own system anyways, but I think it's kind of nice to be able to see the data that way. So that's these bottom 3 things. That's leaderboards, references, and general data. For the most part, those are for looking at, not for messing with. So I just covered them all here in one video. But yeah, that should be it. I do think I am going to make one more video that's going to be for the public facing website, just as a little bit of a tour. But that's it on the tutorial.